Welcome. In this video, we will discuss about the IRNSS. So what is this IRNSS? What is the present context and how it is important for the overall navigation system of India? We will discuss about that in detail in this video. So without further delay, let's start. So the Maritime Safety Committee of the International Maritime Organization, or what you could call as IMO, has recognized the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. So your IRNSS is Indian Regional Navigational Satellite System. So this is the full form for your IRNSS. And what happened? IMO has recently recognized it as a part of the Worldwide Radio Navigation System. So it has recognized the Indian navigation system as part of the Worldwide Radio Navigation System. And when this happened, it happened in the recently virtually held 102nd session. So recently the IMO held its 102nd session virtually because of the present COVID condition, and in that it recognized the navigational system of India as part of the Worldwide Radio Navigation System. India has become the fourth country in the world to have its independent regional satellite system recognized by IMO as part of the Worldwide Radio Navigation System. So now if you actually consider about it, it is actually a big leap which India has taken in terms of the navigational systems which are working around the world. So in that regard, it is actually a very welcome move for the India, because it has now become the fourth country which has been recognized by the International Maritime Organization. Which are the other countries who have already been recognized by IMO? So they are USA, Russia and China. So now which all countries has the recognition of IMO in terms of its regional navigation system? So we have US, we have Russia, we have China, and finally we also have India now. So these are the four countries which have the regional navigation system. The navigation system can now replace GPS in Indian Ocean water up to 1500 km from the Indian boundary. So this is the implication, or this is the significance of the move, that in the Indian Ocean up to the 1500 km from the Indian boundary, it could be replaced, the GPS would be replaced by the IRNSS. So the regional system of India navigation would be utilized instead of the GPS in the 1500 km range from the Indian boundary. So this is the significance of the move. Now let's try to understand what is this IRNSS is. So it is an independent regional navigation satellite system developed by Indian Space Research Organization. So just remember which organization developed it. It is actually ISRO. It is developed by the ISRO. The main objective is to provide reliable position, navigation and timing service over India and its neighborhood. So what is the major objective? The major idea is that it provide better navigation, more accuracy to the India and its neighborhoods also. It is a regional and not a global navigation system. Now this is something which need to be understood, that unlike the GPS, which is your global positioning, which work in the global perspective, like everywhere GPS is functional. In other regard, the IRNSS, as the word suggests, is actually regional. So it has limited capacity or limited area under which it will be functional. Unlike the widely used GPS, which includes the 24 satellites, Navic is actually the satellite, or this IRNSS, it's called as Navic in general terms. It has 7 satellites and their range is within India and its adjoining region, extending up to 1500 km from the country body. So unlike your GPS, which is like at the global level, this is actually regional and its range is 1500 km. Technically, satellite systems with more satellites provide more accurate positioning. However, compared to GPS, which has position accuracy of 20 to 30 meters, the Navic is able to pinpoint location to an estimated accuracy of under 20 meters. So it will be able to provide even better accuracy in the range of 1500 km. So this is the idea. that ideally it is considered that the GPS, which has 24 satellites, should provide more accurate information, but the Navic, the way the satellites have been positioned and the limited range actually make it more accurate in terms of how the accuracy is measured of the distance. So that is something which is you should know about the regional navigation satellite system of India. Then what is actually Navic? So the IRNSS constellation was named Navic, which is navigation with Indian constellation, by the Prime Minister, which provide two types of services. So this particular IRNSS has two type of services to be provided or could be availed by the people. First is a standard positioning service, which is meant for general public like you and me also go ahead and utilize these standard positioning services. It is for general public common use or the civic use. Then it also has the application or the purpose of restricted service, which is an encrypted service meant for authorized user and agency, for an example defense forces or the security agencies. So this particular restricted service will only be available to the authorized user and the general public cannot avail it. So in that regard, it's going to give a major boost to the navigation facilities available to the defense and security services. So these are the something like two kind of purposes this particular Indian regional navigation satellite system is going to provide. Now let's go ahead and try to see what all application it could have. So it could have terrestrial, aerial and marine navigation application, disaster management, vehicle tracking and fleet management, integration with mobile phones like the GPS. Now it could be integrated and become IRNSS for the general public use, precise timing to know exactly when things are happening, mapping and geodetic data capture, terrestrial navigation aid for hikers and travelers. For an example, if you are hiking in the forest in India and you want exact location, again this could come handy and it could have an application over there. Visual and voice navigation for drivers. So these are the various applications which this Navic could actually find. Now let's just quickly glance through what is this all about. So this particular Navic, which is Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, has 7 satellites. Now this is important, just remember 3 of them are located in the geostationary and 4 are located in the geosynchronous orbit. So this is the major thing that you need to know over here, that it has the 7 satellites, 3 in geostationary and 4 in geosynchronous, and the overall range is 1500 kilometer. So UPSC has asked about this way back in 2017. They have asked about the various features of the Navic system. So in that regard, it is an important topic from your science and tech topic of the GS preparation. So I hope you have understood this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.